Snoo here signing in. I am your very own Snoo with second video. It has been 4 days since I uploaded my first video, and guess what? I got 4 views in 4 days. It wouldn't have been a bad start if those 4 views weren't me watching my own video 4 times in 4 days. I am expecting at least 1 unique view on this video, so I can keep myself motivated. Today we are gonna be exploring first kiss incidents which people experience. We had known each other since elementary school, but didn't kiss till we were 16. We had a bet going between us to see who could get their first kiss first. We planned on hanging one weekend, and she texted me the Wednesday before asking if I remembered our bet. I said of course, and she said that we should tie. I got the hint. We proceed to hang out that weekend, and I cleverly set up a game of hide and go seek. We hide in the bushes and the magic happened. We split ways for a few minutes to go tell our other friends what happened. 10 minutes later we then met back up, and she told me that she felt like she was kissing her brother, and that my best friend was very hot. Not a good night. We had been friends throughout middle school and had just started freshman year in high school. I had a tiny crush on him, never thought he liked me back. One of the first school events of the year was drive-in movie night, where they set up a projector in the quad and bleachers for kids to watch it. I met up with him there. We decided to ditch the movie, and walked over to the back of the school on the fields. The sun had been setting and it was dusk, and we both saw a shooting star. He got really excited and pointed it out, shouting, "Make a wish!" Quote, and then asked me what I wished for. I told him, "I can't tell you, it won't come true." He laughed and said, "Well, this is what I wished for," and kissed me. Very romantic, and I'm honestly so grateful for such a sweet first kiss story, but it was almost immediately ruined by his 14-year-old inexperienced tongue, trying to dive bomb my throat. I thought it'd be cute to make him close his eyes and give him a surprise kiss. I was nervous, so moving quite quickly. Right at the last moment, I decided it was a bad idea and that I should abort mission, but my reflexes weren't quite fast enough. And I ended up headbutting him in the face. That was almost 8 years ago. We get married in April. The first actual kiss was mostly just clumsy and we banged teeth, but we worked it out eventually. He wrote me a note saying he wanted to kiss me and asking if it would be okay. He was my boyfriend, but we hadn't kissed yet. We communicated a lot by note writing for some reason. He walked me home on a beautiful snowy evening, and kissed me gently under a street light. It was lovely. She asked me over to fix her computer. There was nothing wrong with it. She looked at me, shrugged, then kissed me. It was a trap. It was the end of the school year. My BF, also my best friend, can never see me outside of school because his mother was really strict. We were just getting out of 9th grade for the year and had been dating for a few months. The bell rang and we gathered our things, and were saying our goodbyes, knowing we wouldn't actually see each other for a few months, and then still very little next year. My reserved and timid self got bold and just placed my hands on his cheeks, and kissed him real quick, then left with a smile and wave. It was his first kiss too. We're still together almost 6 years later, smiley face. I was 17, and it was with my girlfriend at the time. Amazing girl, will always be the one that got away. Anyway, we both went to a camp in Alaska for a class on STEM stuff for about a week. The camp strictly disallowed PDA, so at most she had lean her head on me and nap, or we had hold hands. When the camp was over, and everyone was saying their goodbyes, it was our turn. The camp was over, we figured. Rules no longer applied, so without saying anything, we hugged each other and kissed. In front of everyone. I don't really remember going in for the kiss, or leaving the kiss, but I remember the look in her eyes. It was amazing. I could still feel the kiss hours later on the flight back to my city. Probably still ranks as the best kiss of my life, or very close to it. My first kiss happened on the bus. I was sitting next to my first girlfriend at the time, and like everyone was there around us in the back. It was really awkward because everyone knew we liked each other. We just got together and it was like they were waiting for it to happen. It felt really forced and I felt really bad for my then girlfriend, haha. The setting was gorgeous. My first boyfriend and I went to a local park and sat by the waterfall, holding hands and nervously making eye contact. Then he told me to check my phone. He had texted me, "Do you want a kiss?" We did. It was anticlimactic. Technically not my first kiss, but the first real one and the first one that mattered. I had been friends with this girl I lived near for years, and we had both been secretly crushing on each other for years. By the way, when I say friends I mean the kind of friends who finish each other's sentences, run away for a day together at random and always know what the other is thinking. In short, she was my soulmate. Unfortunately she had to move away to another country at one point, and I never stopped feeling the way I did for her. She was coming to stay with me one summer, and I knew that was going to be my last chance. It was her birthday while she was staying with me. I met her again for the first time in the forest clearing we had played in as kids. I had her presents there for her and it was perfect. I told her to close her eyes for her presents, and I leaned in to kiss her. That memory is sometimes the only thing that keeps me going. Fast forward to today, and we're still best friends as well as partners. We're planning to move in together, maybe with me leaving the country. Everything is perfect. We met online. She must have been dropping monster-level hints and I was too dense to notice, but eventually under some trees she went in and kissed me. I thought we were just out for lunch, it was lunchtime after all. When we were heading back she asked if it was my first kiss, and when I said yes, she gave me another one. In my car the night after she told me she liked me. I thought we were gonna take things slow cause she said she needed time before we tried anything. She had just got out of an abusive relationship, so it made sense to me. The next day, as I'm driving us back to our houses, she tells me she really wants to kiss me. We park in front of hers and at first, I was effing awful. I think I sucked on her spot above her lips, so I started laughing at how bad I was. Then she just pulled me in closer and really went for round two. Never felt any more special than that moment, just knowing that intimacy and connection. It didn't work out, but I used those feelings from that moment in the breakup for the drive to do greatness. It was 2009, last year before high school for us. She was one of my best friends and we walked around a lot together. Looking back, it was quite obvious she liked me, but I am a very slow to get this type of thing. One day we were doing an assignment together and she starts to talk with me, thought a piece of paper, saying I should ask her to be my girlfriend. It was quite unexpected for me, but I asked and she said okay. Our school was across the street from a beach, and in between classes we escaped school. She said she wanted to show me a place. At the end of the beach, where it connects with the forest, there was a small way in between the trees that led to an opening. Very beautiful place I didn't know. We sit in a rock and kiss for what seems forever. Our relationship didn't last much, but it was a fun. I was a super shy 15-year-old who was awkward and not popular at my school. I was visiting my aunt who was about 23 and she took me out to the local park where all the local GIs hung out to show W off their cars. One 21-year-old guy started talking to me, asked me to go for a ride. We stopped and got out. He lifted me up to sit on the hood of his car and kissed me. We hung out for hours and I couldn't find my way back to my aunt's house. This was before cell phones. I finally found her house and she was pissed. She told him she almost called his commanding officer to report him being with an underage girl. This is embarrassing, but I guess I will tell a bunch of internet strangers anyway. I was late to the party on that one. Very late. I never dated in high school, because all of the boys made it known that they thought I was so fat and ugly they had only asked me out if they were being held at gunpoint. When I did eventually find a boyfriend, it was someone I met by chance who went to another school. I had my first kiss with him at the age of 18 on the morning of my high school graduation. My first kiss with my boyfriend. He asked me if he needed to ask permission to kiss me, smiley face. I laughed and said no. He was adorable and so respectful. We then awkwardly talked for the next couple minutes until finally we got up the course to kiss each other. I was so happy and nervous I kept bursting out laughing and ruining it. Finally we kissed and it was amazing. He kissed me on the lips and then kissed my forehead and I left. It was hell a lot stupid but cute. Be 18, just started university. Housemate's birthday. She brings her cousin to the party along with some other friends. I was too shy and nerdy to make any moves, but I thought she was cute. We're in my room and all of her advances go straight over my head. We're talking for like 15 minutes and she must have got bored and just pounced on me. If I wasn't so drunk at the time I might have gotten laid for the first time too, as she told me she was up for it, but it worked out well in the end because several years later we did end up banging at the same son's 22nd birthday party, smiley face. Do share your first kiss experience in the comment section below. Support your Snoo by liking and sharing this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Snoo here.